Don't fight it. It's time to go up a size.
This is the biggest.
This is the biggest.
Our biggest show.
The Hoytey Big Show. With Jason Hoyt, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
It sure is the big show, folks. The 21st of April, 2023. Happy Friday and welcome along. Keyzie here. No Jace, no Mike today. Both are still off sick. However, I spoke to Jace. He's sounding good. And to be honest, he probably could have come in today, but we're playing it safe. He'll be back Monday, old Hoytey J and that massive honker of his. So at least we'll have one half of the two bozos back in. The other half, though, Minogue, I'm not so sure. I spoke to him and he didn't sound too flash. Get your ears around this.
Yeah, g'day, your backbones, old Mogi here. Just wanted to let you know, feeling brand new and I'll be back in on Monday, eh? So make sure you're wearing your masks, you mad dogs.
Oh, can't wait. Sounds fantastic. Big show today, though. Special edition of the Friday Throbber. More best bits thanks to producer Pugs. 4:30, Wage Against the Machine. Your chance to win cash. After 5, another opportunity to trade your way to Vegas thanks to Henry. But right now, let me know where you are on this glorious Friday and what you're wearing. Text me on 3483 and we might start dishing out some BK.
The Hoytey Big Show podcast.
Shapey's Electric Dream on the Hoytey Big Show this Friday afternoon with Keyzie and also producer Pugs, who's coming from Studio B there. And Pugs, the reason I brought you through, mate, you're like a content cow and I'm milking you every now and then. Do you mind?
Love getting milked.
Yep.
For content.
Yeah, I thought so. So actually, speaking of milk, very relevant. I was out with a couple of friends last night, had dinner. My wife was there as well. Afterwards, we went back to one of the friends' apartments to have a cup of tea and a beer and just, because it was only about 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
We were like, let's go have a beer for an hour. Your apartment's just up the road, so we went there.
Keep this party going.
You know it. So we get there, I have a beer, the other two have a beer. My wife wants a cup of tea.
Oh.
Okay, so it's fair enough.
Yeah.
Sensible gal.
Totally.
So one of the people we were with, she was like, oh yeah, I should have milk, let me check. So she goes to the fridge, gets out a bottle of milk. I think it wasn't, Blue Top or anything. It was like the fancy, narrow, almost traditional milk bottle looking one. Oh. Like a Lewis Road type setup.
Yeah, right. Must be nice.
Yeah, it was very fancy. And she took the lid off, sniffed it, and was just like, no, that's fine. And Lucy, my wife, was like, oh, is it expired? And she was like, yeah, but it's fine. And then, because we're quite fussy, me and my wife.
Okay, yeah.
And then we're like, okay, what's the date on it?
Yeah.
So, let's say today is the 21st of April. Okay?
It is, yeah.
Let's say you had a bottle of milk. How far back from the expiry date or beyond the expiry date would you be willing to go?
See, I believe this is something that depends on the food product itself.
Right.
Now, for something like milk...
Dairy.
Yeah. If it still smells good, I'd probably go 2-3 days max. 2 days.
2 days, right?
Probably, yeah.
What about a yogurt, which is culture, It's cultured anyway. It's
Yeah, that's true. That's
See, I'd probably give yogurt.
I'm not a big yogurt guy, so I don't feel like I'm qualified to comment on that.
Well, I'm a massive yogurt dude, so I'd probably go 2 weeks over sometimes.
You go 2 weeks?
Because it's made using culture anyway, you know what I mean? It's got bacteria in it to make the yogurt.
So it's just going to be more yogurty.
It's just more yogurty, yeah. But like milk. So this milk that she offered my wife that smelt fine was over 2 weeks expired. It went off on the 6th of April.
Absolutely not.
Right.
Absolutely not. 2 weeks.
And my wife was like, no, thank you. Yeah. And then our friend who was hosting us was like, really? I don't know you guys are that fussy. I'm like, it went off 2 weeks ago.
If somebody invites you into their house and offers you a beer and a cup of tea, the least you could do is drink their 2-week-old expired milk.
Well, look, Pugs,
It's like a courtesy thing,
I did my part. I buffed like 4 beers, all right? I was smashing through the free beers.
They weren't expired, though, were they?
No, they were good to go. They were fresh.
Yeah, nice.
They were really fresh.
Good stuff.
But what I want to know is, and it sparked a lively debate, these expiry dates, these best befores, are they just sort of a guideline? Or is it like, do not drink this past this date, otherwise you will die?
Yeah.
Or is it sort of, because their argument was, milk is all mostly water these days anyway. It's all watered down crap.
Yeah, but you're forgetting about the other stuff in there that's going to be gross and expired.
Well, yeah, I know. And that's the thing is I wasn't qualified enough. So... And I did text you about this morning.
Totally you did, man.
Is there anyone that you can think of that we could chat to find out if milk that's 2 weeks expired is actually still okay?
Oh, Just somebody from the Ministry of Primary Industries.
Oh, wow. What? Really?
Somebody from the GOVT. I'm going to get them on the line.
Wow, okay. And they're going, oh, wow, okay.
They'll give us their expert opinion.
Yep.
They may say it's subjective. They may give us a hard date.
Okay. And then when should we do that? Like after 5 o'clock or?
Next? Right now? Whenever you want.
No, yeah, stuff it. All right now. Let's do it. Let's play some Blink-182 and then get someone from the Ministry of Primary Industries on the line and ask about milk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rock and roll radio for a Friday.
Content.
Blink-182.
The Hodaki Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Blink-182, damn it, on the Hodaki Big Show. Jason Mike's still off sick. Keyzie still here, the backbone of the operation. And speaking of backbones, actually, we've pulled producer Pugs in from Studio B. And Pugs, I just span you a scenario. I spun it for you.
And you span it.
And I span it. It was a situation where I was at a friend's house. My wife was having a cup of tea. She asked she was asked if she wanted some milk with that. She's
Totally.
like, yep. Oh, let me just quickly check the expiry date. She sniffed it, said, yeah, that's fine. And then my wife was like, hang on. What was the expiry date on that? Turns out it was over 2 weeks old.
Yeah.
An argument ensued, like a healthy, constructive argument around, are these guidelines?
Constructive debate.
That's exactly what it was. It was very healthy, it was very mature and very grown up, and no one packed a tanty.
Did you pack a tanty?
I may have packed a small one, but that's okay. I was getting pretty sleepy by then. So I asked you to organise for someone to come on just to answer some questions around these dates, because I don't know if I'm supposed to just immediately bin everything.
Totally.
Or if it's totally okay. You've gone above and beyond. You've teed up Vince, who is the Deputy Director General for New Zealand Food Safety.
Yeah, boy.
Vince, first of all, sorry to disturb you, mate. You're probably very busy, but thank you for joining me on the Hodaki Big Show.
Oh, thanks for the chance. We're really grateful.
Oh, bloody ripper. Now, Vince, you've heard my situation, mate. Is this a sort of discussion topic that that you run into quite often around how expiry dates on things work?
Oh, look, it's a common question people ask, and we're really pleased to get a chance to keep repeating the message.
Right.
Because a lot of people find it a bit confusing. So you're not the only person.
Okay, that's good.
In New Zealand, you'll find two types of dates on products. You'll find a use-by date or a best before.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now was the milk date expiry or best before?
That's a best before. So milk will normally have a best before, and that's about quality. So you can go past that date quite safely. Maybe 2 weeks is probably pushing it.
I knew it.
I thought so too.
But the thing with best before is have a sniff. Your nose will soon tell you, or you use your eyes. You'll see if it's still safe.
Okay.
If it's still good quality. A use-by date is a really important difference. That's a safety thing, food safety thing. Don't go past that date.
Okay.
So use-by, pop that in the bin, get rid of it if it's gone past the date. Best before, you can stretch that out a bit. Everyone's trying to make their food go further. With a best before, you certainly can consume it safely past that date. And often quite a way past that date. Just check it, make sure that it tastes reasonable.
Okay, perfect. And Vince, as I say, Deputy Director General for New Zealand Food Safety, how fussy are you when it comes to best before dates?
Oh, look, I'm funny. Look, we probably have a bit of a battle at home, actually, with my wife. My wife's a bit more, she regularly cleans out the fridge with best before dates.
Yes.
I'm more likely to give it more latitude, actually, for best befores and take a bit longer.
Right.
It's a personal choice at the end of the day. You get to choose with best befores. If you're comfortable taking it a bit further past that date, and you give it a smell and it seems fine, it'll just be a quality deterioration over time.
Okay.
Very safe to hold on, keep using it.
Now, Vince, just quickly, if you were in that situation where you were offered some milk for your tea and it was 2 weeks past the expiry date, but would you trust your friend's sniff test, or would you throw a tanty like Keyzie over here?
I'd probably ask a question. I think not many brands of milk will last 2 weeks past the best before without showing some serious signs. It'll go a bit sour, I suspect.
Yeah, and Vince, do you think it's rude to say, hey, would you mind if I sniffed your milk?
Not rude at all. Depends on how well you know each other.
Yeah, we know each other very well. So I think if she wanted to sniff my milk, I'd be okay with that, vice versa. Maybe that's just the way to go. But look, Vince, thank you so much for coming and clearing things up, walking away with some good info. Used by means you have to use it by that date, otherwise it could potentially be dangerous, so get rid of it. Best before, it's a quality thing. Use the old nose there, and Producer Pugs has got a massive nose, so he should be pretty accurate with his things. So thank you very much, Vince, for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
No
Cheers,
worries,
Vince.
mate. Certainly cleared up a lot of questions. Let's move into a tune now from the Fratellis. It's Chelsea Dagger.
The Hoytey Big Show podcast.
Tell you what, Iron Like Lion and Zion, a bit of Uncle Bob for your Friday afternoon. That right there has put me in a great spot. Jason, Mike, not so much in a great spot. Both are on the mend. Jace is pretty much healthy, basically. He could have been on here today, but we're playing it safe. He'll be back Monday, definitely. Mogi, we're still not sure. So, yet more best of the Big Show moments, courtesy of Producer Pugs. Now, Pugs, I see this one is entitled Keyzie's Poem.
Yeah, this is a more recent best bit on the show, but I thought it was so good we had to bring it back because, you know, Hoytey J, big poetry guy, big linguistic fella, right? And you wanted to take
Big
a little
honker.
spin.
Sorry, carry on.
So this is the first time you tried to attempt a poem yourself.
Massive honker. Just quickly, fellas, if you don't mind, I'm not afraid to admit this, Jace, you've really inspired me. Do you know that?
Of course I do, Keyzie.
Yeah. You should see the way you look at him, man.
Yeah, it's a bit creepy, actually.
Well, it's more me trying to figure out how that massive nose stays on that head of yours.
okay.
Well, sorry.
Oh, wow.
Sorry,
You know,
sorry, no.
You get that,
Can you write
Pugs?
that one down, Pugs?
Thanks.
No.
$5.
By the
for
way,
HR jar.
if you want to acknowledge someone's nose, or you've got a mate that you want to shout out for that's got a massive Keyzie honker,
No,
text
it's a
us
Hoytey honker.
3483. We'll do it.
A big old Mike Minose.
Oh.
Anyway, Jace, no, you do.
There's another one there. There's another one there. Thank you,
How long have
Pugs.
you been thinking of that one, Keyzie?
Not long at all.
Mike McNose. God.
Sorry, Jace, you do inspire me, mate.
Yeah,
and it's
no,
not.
I understand, Keyzie.
It's not nose related. It's although that massively inspires me. It's actually a poetry.
Yeah,
'Cause
sure.
you know how you got your little book there for your birthday from your daughters and your wife, and you've been writing poems and
And my
stuff.
fountain pen.
And your fountain pen.
Yeah.
I decided, a lot of your words touch me. Maybe I could have a crack at putting my
I'm
emotions
not
onto
really
the
into
paper.
touching you, Keyzie.
No, like they emotionally touch me.
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I thought, you know what, maybe it'd help me to put my emotions down on
Good
paper.
idea, man.
Yeah, cool. Kia kaha.
Would you mind if I read my first ever poem to you and you just, you're a professional.
This will be good. We're recording this, Pugs?
Yeah, so
Record
good.
this
Would
one,
you mind?
Pugs?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
look, sure.
All right, this is called Teardrops. If I showed you my teardrops.
Oh, hang on.
What?
What's with the voice?
Well, you always do your poems with that voice.
Well, I do it with, I read in my voice, yes.
Well, that was-
What are you doing?
You got to read it in
okay.
your voice.
You gotta
okay.
read it in
It
your
doesn't ring true if it's not going to be massively nasally.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it in my voice. If I showed you my teardrops, would you collect them like rain? Store them in jars that are labelled with pain? Would you follow their tracks from my eyes down to my cheeks?
Is this an Avril Lavigne lyric?
What?
Yeah, it sounds like Avril Lavigne.
No, this is me putting my heart and soul
Oh,
right,
sorry.
okay.
on paper for the first
yeah.
time
Oh,
ever. Can I carry on? Is it?
Yeah, just something really blocked up at the moment.
All right.
boy.
She was... Were you into her for a while?
Nah.
As they write all the stories,
Who did?
I'm too scared to speak.
What do you mean you're speaking now? Oh, sorry, Keith.
That's the poem.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
poem. Yeah.
right. Would you stop them with kisses?
Oh, you see, you're doing the voice again.
What?
You're doing the voice again.
Sorry. Would you stop them with
Can you
kisses?
start at the end, man?
Yeah.
What do you... Hang on.
Is that part of the poem, or is that you saying "hang on"?
No, it's not part of the poem.
Oh, okay.
You can tell. You can tell.
It's like clean slate.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just
3,
start-
2, 1, bore
go.
me.
If I showed you my teardrops, would you collect them like rain? Store them in jars that are labelled with pain.
Pain, yeah. I've had this bit.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
said
yeah.
start again, didn't you?
Yeah, well, no, I said
Oh,
From
start.
where you were, just go.
Oh,
Get it-
yeah.
get it done.
Okay. Would you stop them with kisses? Bring their flow to a halt as you teach me that pain isn't always my fault. Would you hold my face gently as you dry both my eyes and whisper the words, "You're too precious to cry"? If I showed you my teardrops, would you show me your own and learn though we're lonely, we're never alone? So what do you reckon? That's my first poem.
Sorry, Zane.
What? I mean, I thought it was pretty good because it's hard to get your emotions out.
He was great.
Those two Muppets hopefully back Monday, folks. In the meantime, every show ever available wherever you get potties. Just search Hoytey Big Show. And in fact, this week and last week, Producer Pugs has been putting together special Best of the Outro podcasts too. Coming up next, your chance to win some cash with Wage Against the Machine. If you'd like to have a crack at it, give me a call now on 0800 Hoytey.
Hoytey Big Show podcast.
The Offspring gone away on the Hoytey Big Show. It is Friday afternoon. It's a wee while past 4:30. Apologies for that, folks. But we will rip straight into...
It's time to wage against the machine.
That's right, Wage Against the Machine. Your twice daily chance to win some cash, thanks to the great New Zealanders at Radio Hoytey. Brendan, you mad bastard. How's life, mate?
Good, thanks, Keyzie. All good, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Where are you calling from?
Calling from Auckland, man.
No way. You're not sitting in punishing traffic, are you?
I am currently sitting in punishing.
As long as it's not raining as well and rush hour on a Friday, then it should be fine.
Yeah, it's all of the above, but yeah not great.
Nice. Well, hey, Brendan, do you know how Wage Against the Machine works, mate?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. I'm going to explain it to you anyway and just pretend you said, no, I don't. So how it works, Brendan, is you're going to hop up in the machine there. It's going to start counting down the hours, 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. Your job is to stay stop, nice and clear, and then I will pause the machine. However, if you stand there for too long, you could get fired and take away absolutely nothing, all right?
All right.
Okay, today's hourly rate, $38 an hour, man, so not bad at all. Before we rip in, Brendan, do you like taking chances, mate? Are you a risky person?
Not all the time, not really, no.
Okay, playing it safe. All right, well, I tell you what, mate, $38 an hour, you know, a few hours, you get yourself some good cash pretty quickly. So, you ready to face the machine?
Yep, ready to go, man.
All right, Brendan from Auckland, let's do this thing.
Welcome to the machine.
1 hour. 2 hours. 3 hours. 4 hours. 5 hours.
Stop.
Oh my god. Every time I play this, Brendan, I start freaking out when it gets around the 4/5 hour mark. So let me see here. 38 times 5. You, my friend, just got $190. How good?
That's fantastic, man. Thank you very much.
No worries, Brendan. Stay on the line, mate. We'll just have a listen and see how much you could have got if you pushed it just a wee bit further.
6 hours.
See, Brendan from Auckland, you, my friend, played that perfectly, mate. Well done.
Yeah, lucky day, man. Awesome.
Yeah, no worries, mate. Take that $190 and you have yourself a bloody good weekend, all right?
You too, matey. Take care, eh?
Yeah, thanks, mate. Stay on hold and Producer Pugs will sort you out there. Oh, yet another person has walked away with cash. I don't think anyone's lost the cash on the big show since we started. I think we've had one person only, which is why it pays to listen to the big show and call on 0800 Hoytey at 4:30 every weekday. Some Kiwiana now. Be mine tonight. The dudes. It's Friday afternoon on the big show with Keyzie.
Hoytey Big Show podcast.
The Black Keys howling for you on the Hoytey Medium Show with Keyzie, Jason, Mike, Carroll. Actually, stuff it. It's still the big show. I'm 90% of this show anyway. I'm also the tallest. And you can probably also insert a joke here about me having the biggest nose as well, even though Jason Mike's nose is seriously, in person, humongous. Just realised I forgot to read out the texts from people saying where they are, what they're wearing, etc. Although by the sounds of things, some people will still be where they were when they text through a wee while ago. Someone here sitting in traffic in Auckland wearing wet clothes but surprisingly dry undies. Good for you, man. Good for you. Someone sitting in their car in Westport coughing their lungs out ready to go to Christchurch. Nice. G'day, mate. Wearing some stank-ass work gear. Wouldn't mind a bit of Burger King tucker. Cheers, Keyzie. Tell you what, if you chuck a Keyzie on there, there's no way I can't send you out some BK, actually. You just got yourself some, mate. Well done. Shout out to Jess in Hawke's Bay. Shout out to all the Hawke's Bay jammers. And have a Sendy weekend. PS and BK would be a treat. I don't know what jammers means. Maybe it's jammers. Maybe there's people jamming in the Hawke's Bay. Hey, Keyzie, your backbone. I think these two honkers are weak bones. Dadoosh. Great text. Keep them coming on 3483. In the meantime, get your ears around some spider bait. Shazam! It is the Hoytey Big Show.
The Hoytey Big Show podcast.
That right there is a tune to get a throb on a Friday. Spiderbait Shazam on the Hoytey Big Show. And speaking of throbbing, after 5, the Big Friday throbber, it's going to be Keyzie v Pugs from Studio B. Get ready to call us on 0800 Hoytey and vote for your favourite tune of the weekend. I'm a bit worried, actually. Pugs has actually got far better taste in music than, certainly better than Jason Hoyt. And I'm going to say better than Mike Minogue as well, because his taste in music is just whatever Rage Against the Machine have released. We'll rip into that after 5 o'clock. Plus, we'll have another chance for you to trade your way to the Las Vegas Grand Prix, thanks to our mates at Henry.
The Hoytey Big Show podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hoytey.
It's the Hoytey Big Show's Friday Throbber.
It certainly is the Friday Throbber here on the Hoytey Big Show. No Jace, no Mike, both are off sick. I tell you who's not sick. That's producer Pugs. Welcome aboard, mate.
Thanks, man.
Now, this is the first time we've ever done a Throbber together, because you've done 2 Throbbers this year, won both of them, so you've got a 100% hit rate.
Yeah. No pressure.
You're usually filling in for me, though.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's time to face the master, Pugs. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I am currently winning this year in terms of the scoreboard. I'm way out in front. I think I've got 4, Mike's got 2, Jace has 1.
Yeah, you've done well. I mean, you offered to pay the most to get you to win via the phone line.
Oh, did I?
Kind of worked out, yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess you just got to pay to get what you want these days. But if you're just joining us, you don't know how the Friday Throbber works. Super simple. There's usually 3 of us. Today it's just 2, so even better odds for old Pugs there. We each pick a song that we think will get your weekend off to an absolute throbbing start. We play a wee bit of it. You then call us on 0800 Hoytey to vote. Now, because there's 2 of us, should we go first to 3 votes?
Why not?
Make it interesting.
Cut out.
And just to make it even more interesting, whoever calls us on 0800 Hoytey and has the winning vote, which will be picked randomly, you will instantly win a copy of Metallica's brand new 11th studio album. It's called 72 Seasons. It's that iconic yellow one with the black and the baby's cot, and it's been floating around online lately. So 0800 Hoytey to vote, folks. But before you can vote, you need to know what you're voting for. Pugs,
totally.
Would you like to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go. Oh,
you want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first, mate.
All right, fine. This tune right here, it's a favourite in my family. I listened to it a lot when I was growing up in the backseat of my dad's car there. It is The Hollies, Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress.
Oh, yeah.
Listen to that.
Yeah, that is a tune.
That is a tune. You might even say it's a throbber. So that's, if you're voting for Keyzie, you are voting for Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress by the Hollies. Producer Pugs, what song have you gone for today, mate?
I've gone for a little tune from 2004 from a band called The Streets. Fire it off.
Yeah, like I said, you are really big, but my gosh,
don't you just know it?
I'm not trying to triple you, even though I would like to.
Fit, but you know
I think you
That's the one, man.
Fit. You're fit, but my gosh, don't you know it?
I got to say, Pugs, you've got great taste in music, mate.
That means a lot. I really appreciate it. And you know what? Likewise.
Thanks, mate. But I tell you what, there's no point me and you sitting here, passionate over how good our music taste is. What does New Zealand think? Give us a call right now on 0800 Hoytey. And don't forget, whoever has the winning vote will win a copy of 72 Seasons from Metallica, their 11th studio album on vinyl. While we wait for those calls, here's some Fatboy Slim right here, right now on Hoytey.
The Hoytey Big Show podcast.
It's the Hoytey Big Show's Friday Throbber.
Yeah, it is. Just because Jason and Mike are away doesn't mean we're not going to do the Throbber. You've got Keyzie here, you've also got Pugs from Studio B, and you've also got 2 absolute Throbbers for a Friday. If you're just joining us, can't remember how the Throbber works, we pick 2 songs we think will get you hyped. You call us on 0800 Hoytey to vote. Whoever gets the most votes gets their song played, and that counts as an overall win to the overall tally we're running. Producer Pugs, you can go first this time. You picked an absolute doozy of a tune.
Yeah, mate. It was the 2004 smash hit from the streets, Fit But You Know It.
Yeah, like I said, you are really fit. But my gosh, don't you just know it?
I'm not trying to pull you, even though I would like to.
Oh, that's a tune.
I think you are really fit.
You're fit, but my gosh, don't you know it? That is a great tune from the streets.
Thanks,
there.
man. Yeah.
I went for a little more old school. I went for the Hollies, Long Cool Woman in a Black Dress.
Oh, yeah. Listen to that sting.
That's a tune. Must say, two very sort of contrasting tunes there.
I think that's good. I think it's important, you know.
Yeah.
It makes it clearer what you want to go for.
Exactly. It's going to be interesting to see what the old phone lines tell us. Let's go to the lines, and don't forget everyone that called through on 0800 Hodaki. Whoever has the winning vote gets that copy of 72 Seasons, Metallica's new album, on vinyl. Let's go and see who we've got here. Reese, you mad bastard. How's life, mate?
Hello, mate. How are we?
Yeah, good, man. Where are you calling from?
Hamilton.
Oh, Hamilton. Everyone knows that people from Hamilton have great taste in music. Reese, tell me, mate, who you're voting for, Pugs or Keyzie?
Oh, look, I bloody absolutely love Keyzie. But Pugs has just got that little face I really love.
Oh.
So, going out to Pugsy, mate.
Reese, you're an absolute backbone, mate, and don't you forget it.
I was going to say, don't you know it? Thanks, Reese, mate. Appreciate the vote. So what he did there was vote for you based on your face instead of the song.
Said?
He said you got a cute little face there.
I thought he said taste. Okay.
Maybe he said taste. I'm pretty sure he said face.
I'll take it.
I'll write down his number for you. You can call him afterwards.
Thanks, mate.
Andy, you mad bastard. How's life?
Oh, well, just like Roger, I'm currently on my way home.
I don't get it. But Andy, what are you...
Yes, baby, he's on his way home.
Oh, right. I get it now. Andy, you've got good taste in music, right?
Oh, excellent taste.
Yeah, okay,
the
cool.
Love Shack is my favourite tune.
Oh, the Love Shack. Nice. My man is cultured. Who are you voting for tonight then, Andy?
Up, Keyzie.
Oh, good on you,
Keyzie.
Andy.
Yeah.
Up, Keyzie. Good on you, mate. Great New Zealand. One each. This is tense. Alan, you mad bastard. How's life?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, bloody good, Alan. Where are you calling from, man?
Stokes Valley, bro, and the Mighty Hut.
Oh.
Hey, that's where my mum lives.
She must be awesome.
She is.
Alan, do you know Pugs' mum?
Hang on. We're not going down that road. Who are you voting for?
It was very close, boys. They're both boom and bangers. I thought I was going to go for Keyzie, but I'm going for you, Pugs.
Oh, yeah! 2 votes, Pugs. Good on you,
Snakes
Alan.
Gully represent.
Great taste there. So you've got 2, I've got 1. Let's go to Donna. Donna, how's life, mate?
Hey, good thanks.
Yeah, bloody
On my way
ripper.
home also.
Oh, cool, yep. Hard yakka, end of the week.
Nice.
Donna, whose song do you like best, mate? Mine or Pugs?
Sorry, I'm going to have to go with Pugs.
Oh, damn it!
100% the streak continues, even though this probably doesn't count for the actual scores.
Oh, it definitely does not count. Producer Pugs, congratulations, mate. Your song is going to get played for the Friday Throbber. And Donna, congratulations to you. You've won that copy of Metallica's new album. How good?
Hell yeah.
Hey, awesome.
Yep, you hold the line there, and Producer Pugs will run into the B
Boost it
studio.
back to Studio B.
He'll help you out. And in the meantime, folks, get your ears around the streets. Fit, but you know it.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
It's Radio Hodaki and Henry's Trade Your Way to Vegas.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Vegas, baby, officially becoming the third leg. Not the third leg in that way, you dirty bastard. Jesus. The third Grand Prix based in America. We've got Austin, we've got Miami, and now we've got Sin City as well. And our great mates at Henry, they're giving you the chance to not only go over there with the mate for 5 nights, 2 nights in LA. It's all completely free as well. You get tickets to the event. You're literally witnessing motor racing history. However, there is a catch. You have to trade something for it. We're not just going to give it to you for free. Matthew, how you going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, Matthew. Where are you based, man?
Auckland.
Beautiful spot, Auckland. What do you do for a crust, Matthew?
Mechanic.
Mechanic. Backbone. Huge backbone. What did you work on today, man?
Some BMWs, naturally.
Oh, man, no end of work for the old Euros, eh?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, bit of car chat with old Keyzie. How good's this? Tell me, Matthew, what would you trade in order to bag this epic prize, mate?
Well, I've got a original bottle of Johnny Walker Green Label back from before they changed the recipe.
Wow, okay. Right, okay, because I've just looked this up on Google. There's a whole lot of green labels that are going for about $100. However, there's one on here for $700. Did they change the recipe and now it's not as good and now the one you've got's quite collectible?
Yeah, well, they discontinued it about 12 years ago, and then they brought it back maybe 6 years ago. With a different recipe, a different label and all that, but it's not the same.
It's not the same, all right. So if you had to put a value on that, Matthew, what do you reckon?
I have no idea, to be honest.
Oh, mate, I reckon it should be in the tens of thousands, possibly even hundreds of thousands,
Who
mate.
knows?
So if anything, I think we'd be ripping you off by giving you this trip, man.
Yeah, you could give me 2 trips.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll pencil you in for 2 trips, Matthew. I tell you what, mate, you're officially in the draw, man, so you hold the line and Pugs will sort you out, all right?
Thank you.
Will, how are you going, man?
I'm good, Keyzie, you mad bastard.
Well, where are you calling from, mate?
Sunny Upper Hut in Wellington.
Sunny Upper Hut. Is it actually sunny today? Because I've got a feeling it's raining.
No, mate, it's pissing it down.
You can't beat the Hut even on a terrible day. Will, from Wellington, what do you do for a crust, mate?
I'm an account manager.
Oh, backbone. Sales, right?
Yeah, it's a nicer way of saying sales.
Yeah, right, account manager. Totally. What do you sell, man?
We sell stuff for the signage industry, large format digital printers, vinyl, LEDs, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, not well.
Yeah, cool.
Will from Welly, the account manager, what have you got on offer? What would you like to trade in order to bag this trip to Vegas?
I've got a propeller off Airspeed Oxford, which is a plane that was built in the 1930s and saw service in World War II.
Sorry, you've got a propeller off an Airspeed Oxford twin-engine plane from World War II?
Yeah, mate.
Right, okay, so first of all, I mean, that's almost 100 years old, piece of aviation history. How much would something like that even be worth? Because I'm not going to Google it, because I don't think they have those for sale at the moment.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have a clue. I'd say it's priceless.
Priceless. Holy cow. Once again, I feel like we're ripping you off, Will. Or you could just be being a really good account manager right now.
You don't know how much I like Vegas, mate.
I've got a feeling, Will. Well, I tell you what, mate, I'll take the front end off that plane and I'll chuck you in the draw, all right?
Awesome, Keyzie. Thank you very much.
No worries, mate. You stay on the line there and Producer Pugs will sort you out. Just a reminder, folks, this entire prize, this epic trip away is brought to you by the great New Zealanders at Henry, helping sole traders out with their accounting. And I tell you what, this time of the year, start of a new financial year, if you're freaking out like I used to when I was a sole trader, give Henry a quick Google, HNRY, and they'll sort you out. Another chance to get yourself in the draw for this coming Monday.
The Hoytey Big Show Podcast.
Rock and roll bagpipes right there. Akka Daka. It's a long way to the shop if you want sausage roll pugs. Have you never heard that before?
Yeah, so today's best bit.
Yeah, we will get to that. It is Keyzie and Producer Pugs as well. Jason and Mike are still off sick. And yes, Pugs has been deep in the archive finding some best of moments. Pugs, did you actually not know that it was a long way to the shop to get a sausage roll? Have you ever heard that?
I had one beer earlier, so it's all downhill from here.
Oh, wow. So you're way off the boil then.
Totally.
All right, well, do that thing when you just throw to the best bit all nice and tight.
So this is a very special one for a Friday. It's a double feature. We're going to kick off with the very first part. Last year, I had just started, and we thought we'd do a bit of team bonding by going out for a curry night.
Oh, God.
We were just talking about our Big Show curry night last night, which is becoming a regular feature of the show.
Yep, tradition.
It was me and Deb Minogue, Keyzie, and our new mate, Pugsy.
Pugwash.
Went to a very nice place in Parnell there, and Minogue and I ordered some food before the other lads arrived, and then we ordered some beers, didn't we, Keyzie?
Yeah, we did order one beer each, and that was totally fine. And if you want to see a photo, Hoytey Big Show Instagram page there, Jason Hoyt was on selfie duty.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
And that's really where, after that first big bottle of beer, Minogue, things began to just deteriorate. So I just want
I don't know what you're talking about.
I just want to paint a little picture, if I might. Sitting right next to us was a group of octogenarians.
That's right, elderly.
Who, by the way, spent most of the evening talking about the operations they'd had.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of them just had tape on their head, fresh from the operating table.
One had a solar. He was operating a solar panel for a sex machine up top.
Yeah.
Right? No hair, so he had a bit of a captain's tubing going around the side. A massively sunburnt dome with plasters over what I can only imagine were extracted melanomas.
Yes.
Had that look about it.
Yes.
There was another guy that was, before you guys arrived, Keyzie, was just going on and on about some operation he'd had and, some pipe that had been shoved down his gullet.
This is all true too.
And then the other three were just having to eat the stuff up. But I imagine that's what it gets to when you're that age. It's just yarning about
totally, mate. Your medical ailments. But anyway, so Keyzie then ordered another big bottle. I think it was Tiger Beer.
No, it was Kingfisher.
Oh, Kingfisher, sorry, I apologise. Which is 8%. He ordered another one. He hoed into that, down that bastard.
Drank it at a casual pace.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, the first F-bomb resonated around the around the restaurant.
What was amazing about that is we were sort of sitting out the front on the veranda there.
Yes.
And you could hear a clatter of cutlery against plates inside the restaurant.
Yes.
Could you?
And just total silence, like a vacuum.
Totally, man.
We had a candle on our table. It blew out.
Yeah, that's...
From the F-bomb.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
The air being sucked out of the room, man.
Oh, right.
I know you don't remember it. See, the thing about Liz with alcoholism as well, Jace, is... people think that they've got a really high tolerance for the booze.
Totally.
But actually what happens is you only need one beer to top yourself up, and he's full steam ahead again.
Yeah, and he'd had 2 big bottles by that stage. So we started getting into the curries. Very nice, by the way.
Oh, it's
I
good.
must admit they were nice for vegetarian, ultra hot.
Yeah. Then Keyzie knocks over a massive bottle of beer on the table, breaks old Pugsy's wine glass, and then another massive F-bomb. Reverb. By this stage, Minogue's getting a little bit, he's getting a little bit, hey, Keyzie.
Yeah.
Keyzie, pull it in a bit, son.
Yeah.
Right, then what happened, Jace?
It was fun, and then Keyzie just sort of said, well, this is just how I effing talk. It's like,
whoa!
So at that point, you and I just sort of started quaffing down the food. Let's get out of here. This is going to turn.
I'm signalling to the bill.
Yeah.
Pugsy's on the verge of tears.
You were signalling for the bill.
Pugsy's on the verge of tears.
But can I just
freaked
say,
out.
Jace, that this isn't the worst of it, and I think we probably have to come back.
Let's keep coming back to this.
I think
it was a hell of a night.
For some reason, we're going to continue with that yarn after some Queen. Best of the Hoytey Big Show podcast available now. Search Hoytey Big Show on iHeartRadio.
The Hoytey Big Show podcast.
God, that's some sweet guitaring from old Brian May. There it is, Queen. We will rock you on the Hoytey Big Show, and we're right in the middle of a best of moment involving Producer Pugs' first ever curry night.
Yeah, totally. And don't get me wrong, I had a great time with you, Keyzie.
Right.
But it just didn't set the best tone for me coming into the work environment. But fortunately, there was more to the story.
Yeah. Excellent. If you are just joining us, essentially I apparently smashed a beer bottle, made Pugs cry, dropped 2 F-bombs that rang out across the restaurant.
Reverb.
That's right, reverb.
We've been discussing our curry night last night, and it has been. It's a very involved story where the whole team went out for the curry night. So you'll have to excuse us. We're having to stretch it out over time to get all the sort of details in there, aren't we, Minogue? By the way, go to our Instagram page. There's a little selfie that I took of the show, having the curry there, and already you can see with old Keyzie. He was 4 sheets to the wind even by then, Minogue. Yeah. It only just started.
Yeah. You must have been tucking into them at work. I don't know. But yeah, so we sort of we managed to get through the dinner there. It was sort of, there was one point there where we had to sort of grab Keyzie by the shoulders because, as you say, he knocked over his beer and broke that wine glass. But
you forgot the massive F-bomb I dropped, which cleared the restaurant.
Totally.
Forget it. I was just trying to sort of do you.
Thanks, mate.
And of course, he's seen the beer on the table and he doesn't want to waste it, so he's gone in for a big table set.
Yeah. That's
and,
right.
You know, we had to try and keep him away because the glass was still in it. So, yeah, a bit hairy. And then, of course, curries, it turns out they don't really agree with you, the spicy ones.
Especially the really hot ones, Keyzie, do they? Because you were sweating bullets.
That's fine. No,
you were
it's
sweating
totally
bullets.
sweet. I don't know what you're talking about.
And then we have a scenario where Keysie's like, fellas, okay, got some bogs here?
Is that how I was talking?
There's got some bogs here. And we were like, yes, Keyzie, just, down there, mate. And so I sort of escorted him to the toilet because he was weaving all over the place. Left him to it. Bad move, Hoytey J, Minogue.
Why? Why was it a bad move?
Because I'll tell you why. 20 minutes later, the owner of the restaurant, who you knew very well, Mike.
Yeah.
I can't remember
that's
her
right.
name.
What's the name again?
Well, I don't want to give it away on air.
Yeah,
I don't want to point to the restaurant.
Came up to us looking very embarrassed.
Why was she so embarrassed?
Because basically, someone had laid one out in the urinal.
Had they? I wonder who that was, man, because that's not okay.
That's not okay at all.
And I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah. And
well, you wouldn't
unfortunately, your swipe card for NZME for the studios here was sticking out of it like a wafer out of an ice cream sundae.
But I'm wearing it now, my swipe card.
Oh, we
made them clean it up.
We got them to clean it up, but that was really awkward. And boy, oh boy, I tell you.
Surely that's where the night ended, right? We just left after that, and nothing else happened.
Well, there was. But we'll spare you the rest of the detail. Suffice to say, look,
it was an eventful night.
It was an eventful. I took Keyzie home. He did a bit of a power bomb on the dashboard. Then I took him into his bed and took him home and laid him on the old bed there. And a bit of a mess as well in that regard. But I won't go into that and just left him to it. So, but hey, a fun night. Fun night had by all, and it's certainly something that we want to keep up as a tradition.
Yeah, not sure I want to keep that tradition going. Me backing one out in the urinal. I'm 90% sure that didn't happen, by the way. The Hodaki Big Show, every show we've ever done, available wherever you get your podcasts from. Just give it a search, and in the meantime, wrap your ears around this big old tune from Muse.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
That does things for the 5 to 6 hour this Friday, folks. Coming up after 6 o'clock, after some news and sport headlines, we'll rip into What's for Teen New Zealand. So feel free to text on 3483 what you're having, and we'll dish out some BK vouchers a little later on. We've also got more Best of the Big Show, another episode of What's on the Tally without Mike Minogue, and so many good tunes. Talking Heads, Smashing Pumpkins, The Cure, Interpol. She's all good, so stick around.
Hodaki Big Show Podcast. Catch them weekdays from 4 on Radio Hodaki.
Yes, it is the Hodaki Big Show. Friday evening, just Keyzie, Jason, Mike, still off sick, folks. Although Jace is pretty much on the mend, actually. If we had to, we could have got him in here today. Although we thought, you know what, let's play it safe. Better safe than sorry. He'll be in on Monday. Minogue, on the other hand, doesn't sound too amazing. Get your ears around this piece of audio he sent us this morning.
Yeah, g'day, your backbones, old Mogie here. Just wanted to let you know, feeling brand new and I'll be back in on Monday, eh? So make sure you're wearing your masks, you mad dogs.
Oh my God, that's 2 weeks he sounded like that now. So he's getting all sorts of tests and things done. Hopefully Mogie joins us again soon, but at least we'll have Jace back, so that's fantastic. Right now though, What's for Teen New Zealand, of course. Plenty of texts coming through on 3483, and I tell you what, if I had to guess what day it was, based on the texts that are coming through, I'd say Friday. A lot of people getting takeaways, a lot of people taking it easy. For example, fish and chips, 2 pieces of snapper, 2 scoops of chips, 2 hot dogs, and 1 burger. That's a great order. I'm trying to figure out if that's 2 people or 3 people. I think it's just 2 really hungry people. G'day, Keyzie. Wouldn't mind some BK, mate. Otherwise, I'm going to be going with nothing tonight. See, I don't know if that's true or not. You could be trying to get some sympathy BK out of me. In which case, you've achieved it. Well done. Some BK coming your way. Hey, Keyzie, stir fry, left over from last night. Literally a packet of Canton and some noodles from the Supo. That right there is a backbone meal. You've earned yourself some BK as well. Keep those texts coming on 3483. Coming up shortly on the Hoytey Big Show, more Best of the Big Show and more good tunes. Got some Talking Heads on the way, The Cure, Powderfinger as well. Let's get things started with a little smazza-pazzas. It's the Smashing Pumpkins, Bullet with the Butterfly Wings.
Hoytey Big Show podcast.
Jimmy Eat World, the middle on the Hoytey Big Show. No Jace, no Mike. Both are still off sick, folks, although it's looking good for Monday. In the meantime, you've still got Keyzie. You've also, that's me, by the way, talking in third person. Really weird. You've also got Producer Pugs, who's a massive backbone. He's been deep in the Hoytey archive for the last 2 weeks. Pugs, I understand you've got another Best of the Big Show moment for us.
Pugs certainly has, mate. This is a real special moment for one Hoytey J when he was voted into one of the biggest accolades a man can be voted into.
Quite a big day for me, fellas.
Congrats, man.
I don't know if you were listening to the breakfast show this morning. A bit of an announcement there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've got the audio here.
Yeah, go on then, Keith.
Okay, hit the fanfare. After thousands of votes, this is who we get. Apparently the sexiest man alive in New Zealand is Jason Hoyt. Special mention number 2, David Bain. And Kimberly Crossman at 3.
What happened to Art Green, Richard Kahui and Anthony Starr?
I don't know.
I mean, you're really telling me that Jason Hoyt is the best looking man in New Zealand and David Bain comes in second, with Kimberly Crossman the third best looking man.
It's a shame. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
It's a shame that Heath's come in there, with a negative vibe.
Yeah, totally.
Jealous.
Yeah, totally.
Jealous.
Wow.
Well, I don't know if he is jealous. I think he's just saying.
No, that's jealous vibes, Keyzie.
He and it was funny.
Tall poppy syndrome.
When we were doing the ACC Dulux game the other day, and I was in the changing room there with old Heathy, and I, get my kid off, and he was giving me the right up and down look. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
you said
his scoffing.
You said his jaw hit the floor.
Yeah, totally.
Why?
Totally.
What did he see there?
I think people sometimes have this perception of me of being quite feeble and old and sort of withered and sagging and
which is accurate.
That's accurate. But actually, once I get my full kit off, let me tell you, I'm a sight to behold.
Yeah,
because you got the
big. Don't say moobs, Keyzie.
saggers. A couple of huge saggers.
The pecs,
I was going to say gutters.
The pecs. Yeah, the gutters, obviously.
Yeah.
Don't forget my 3-inch nipples as well.
Yeah, you got the antennae going.
Yeah.
But absolutely massive unit.
Oh, massive unit. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But I mean, people didn't vote for me as world's sexiest man because I got a massive unit.
Well, they don't know that.
I think it's got a combination of things.
Yeah, you're a shower and a grower.
Yeah, totally.
What is it actually? And did you have any idea, like growing up, that you were the hottest man on the planet?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you're a head turner, eh?
Yeah, I was always.
Yeah, they turn their heads away because you were saying you had shocking acne as a teenager.
Oh, mate. Seriously.
Yeah.
Beyond the pale.
Yeah.
Like, even just walking and zits would burst on my face. You know what I mean? That's how many of the bastards there were.
Yeah.
My greasy ponytail.
Yeah.
My corduroy pants and my zip-up shoes. I was hot, mate.
Yeah.
But I think, I take it with a grain of salt, to be honest with you, fellas. I consider myself an old ram cast.
Yeah.
That's
the top paddock there. Yeah.
The top paddock there. Sure, I've got big balls, but you know what I mean?
But again, I'm not sure that's what got you the votes.
No, it's not. It's not that I got massive balls.
It's a bonus.
I think you've got a vibe. I think it's BDE. You've got the big dick energy.
Yeah, sure.
And a BD.
Yeah.
You've got BD and BDE, which is a good combo to have because you don't want to have BDE and then an LD.
Yeah.
You don't want to have a TD.
Yeah, totally.
You don't want to have an RSD.
No.
So you've got the BDE and the BD to back it up.
Yeah, totally, mate.
And you've got the huge balls.
Oh, massive balls.
So congrats, man. I voted this morning.
Thank you, New
Absolutely,
Zealand.
I voted your way.
Thank you, New Zealand. I appreciate it.
I mean, but it is kind of a bit of a, they were just having a bit of a, bit of a laugh.
Well, the votes, they count the votes, Keyzie.
Yeah, but, like David Bain was a second.
What's not to like?
You think David Bain's hot?
He falls down in the personality department, potentially.
A lot of the hot ones do.
In terms of appearance.
Yeah.
Little Davy Bain there.
What about Kim Crossman? That's not even a dude.
Oh, saying that now you're saying woman can't be voted New Zealand's hottest man. Keyzie, you're an absolute shocker.
You're having
unbelievable
it's a lack of
sexist
sleep,
son of a
Keyzie. Just pull it together.
Oh my God, I miss those guys so much. Can't wait for them to return. The Big Show back in full from Monday, folks. In the meantime, every show ever available wherever you get your podcasts from. Just search Hoytey Big Show. Now, coming up next, the award-winning What's on Telly without Mike Minogue.
The Hoytey Big Show, weekdays at 4 on Radio Hoytey.
Interpol Evil on the Hoytey Big Show this Friday evening. Still just Keyzie. And when I say just Keyzie, of course, we've also got Pugs from Studio B, who's coming in for another award-winning edition of
What's on the Telly with Mike Minogue.
Yeah, what's on the telly without Mike Minogue, actually. Pugs, you're a bit of a telly watcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you watch last night, man?
I watched the classic Curb Your Enthusiasm, and you ever see Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix?
Oh, that's... Who's is that Isla Fisher? No, it's not. It's the ginger girl from The Office.
That's right. Yeah, Kelly from The Office. And I feel so disrespectful. Her name evades me now.
Yeah.
But it's a show about a lady who escapes an underground bunker cult and then is forced to
reacclimatizing herself to the real world.
It's a comedy. And you know, I talked about The Good Place the other day, and I kind of put it in the same sort of line with that. Like, it's nothing too offensive.
Nothing groundbreaking though.
No, it's pretty funny. Like, the idea is funny and the comedy's great. A lot of it's produced. I think Tina Fey was a big name behind that
nice.
one. It's goofy.
Right.
It's goofy and it's light. And it's an easy watch. How about yourself?
Last night I went out for dinner with my wife. Her boss at her work decided that she wanted to take us out. Her and her husband wanted to take us out to say congratulations on getting married.
Totally.
Now, we were supposed to do this a couple of months ago. We got married in January, but we've just had to cancel it twice, COVID and various other reasons. Got to do it last night. Went to a very fancy restaurant, the kind of restaurant where you pay $25 for tomatoes and they come out and there's 4 slices of tomato with a bit of onion on top and some sauce.
That's the dish.
That is the dish. And it had like a brown stripe over the top of each tomato. And I was like...
Before or after you got it?
Well, when it came out.
Oh, right, okay.
And then I was like, what's that? Well, that's weird. And then I cut it and then bit it. It turned out it was a sardine or an anchovy or something. And the tomatoes are amazing, but, $25. And then they put an anchovy on top. Weird, eh?
These meals from the bourgeoisie, they're always overcomplicated, aren't they?
I know. And it was wonderful, and they brought us some bubbles and stuff, so that was really nice, but I still cannot wrap my head around fancy dining. It still does not sit well with me.
Totally.
You know? And the amount, like $25. Do you know how many friggin' burgers I could have got from BK?
You know how many Hawaiian frozen pizzas you could have got for that?
Well, I could have got about 5 of them, I reckon. They're usually about $5 a pop. But what did you watch on telly New Zealand? / do you like anchovies?
/ what were your plans last night, New Zealand?
Yeah, it's getting very broad now, that segment. 3483. Flick us a text in the meantime. Get amongst the Cure. Lullaby.
The Hoytey Big Show podcast.
Powderfinger, baby, I've got you on my mind. It is the Hoytey Big Show Friday evening. The Cure before that with Lullaby. And once again, I've pulled Pugs in from Studio B to help me do radio because it's not because I'm lazy, Pugs, okay? I can do a radio show on my own perfectly fine, all right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good. The reason I've pulled you in here, mate, was so that you could carry this entire break while I do F all and tell us about this live show you've teed up for us next week.
Totally. Less than a week away now. We're heading back on the road. We're going to go down to Good George North Wharf there, here in Auckland.
That's right.
We've been around the place now. A few locations.
All over the country.
Totally.
And we were like, hey, where should we go next? Oh, I know, the biggest city in New Zealand where we're also based.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
It makes perfect sense.
It just kind of lines up. So we're going to be there next Thursday, April 27th at Good George North Wharf. Tell your mates. Bring them along. It's going to be a ripper. Obviously, hopefully, we'll have the whole show back. I know Hoytey J will be back Monday. Obviously, Mike's still up in the air at the moment. But we're anticipating a massive one, man. It's going to be great. We're going to be facing the sea there, out in near the little outdoor bit. Lovely team there. Wonderful brews. We'll also have some backbone teas to give out too. Maybe some Steady the Ship hats also. Loads of different prizes and stuff. And it should be a ripper.
What is it? Good George North Wharf.
That's the one.
In Auckland. The good thing about New Zealand is, right, this is enough heads up so that literally anyone in the country can come along.
100%.
Catch the ferry. You're on Stewart Island. Jump on the little plane there. Land in Dunedin. Get on the car.
Too easy. Get on the car.
You're right. It's too easy. Get on top of the car there.
100%.
Like Mr. Bean when he put that seat on the top and tried to drive it with the mop. You see that?
Yeah,
Nah,
man.
you're
totally,
too young. You're
totally.
too
yeah,
young,
no,
folks.
no, yep.
But good George North Wharf, come see the big show live on the road. And if you want us to come to your town or your city, give us a text on 3483 because we're looking for somewhere to go after this one.
The Hodaki Big Show Podcast.
That is the big show done and dusted for another week, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. And yes, Monday onwards, Jace and hopefully Mike will be back on deck. Normality will resume, well, as normal as you can get when it comes to the Hodaki Big Show. Anyway, in the meantime, if you need your fix, don't forget every potty we've ever done, every show we've ever done, the whole lot, available wherever you get your podcasts from. Just search Hodaki Big Show. Give it a like, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. And up next, the one and only Greg Preble looking after the Hodaki Night Show. Stack the playlist as well. Some Arctic Monkeys, Foo Fighters, INXS, the Gorillas, the Cars. It's all looking bloody good. And if you need to give them a text, 3483 is the number. I'll see you Monday at 4 o'clock.